What's up, everybody? It's your boy Vistro, and
It's your boy Naves. What's up, everybody?
today we're coming with a theory and breakdown of this scene right here. If you guys saw Fantastic Four, today is
hmm
now technically day 3 of it being released. If you
hmm
haven't seen it, I would definitely go give it a watch. Uh, it's definitely a movie worth watching, especially since it's the beginning phase of the beginning of phase
Phase
6.
phase 6. Yep.
Yeah, so now this is something that it's kind of like you have to watch it in order to understand the rest of the storyline and see what's going on and why and who's where and everything. So let's first get into this right here. This post credit scene. There was two post credit scenes in the movie.
Yep.
Well, you had a post and you had a final credit scene. But this, I guess, would be what the mid credit
The
scene
mid
because
credits. Yeah.
so this is mid credit. This was a banger of a credit scene because if you guys watch the movie now, if you guys have not watched the movie, you guys should not be watching this.
You should not
Okay,
be watching this at
so
all. Just exit
just
out now. Exit out
close
now,
it, close it out right now.
and
Okay,
catch us tomorrow.
and catch us one after you watch the movie.
Uh huh.
If you haven't watched the movie, you don't care, you like spoilers, then that's different. Do ya whatever you want. Because there's people that love spoilers. All right.
We ready now. We warned you. We
At
warned
the
you.
end, at the end, right? After everything is said and done. Now, if you guys let's get into it, right? They didn't really talk much about Doom.
At all.
Okay,
Then
Doom wasn't now like the old origins where Victor Von Doom he goes to space with the Fantastic Four. Didn't happen. Okay, so we're all aware of this. Okay, Doom did not exist except two parts. Which one was when there was a whole council going on with
yeah,
all the
like a
different.
UN, like a
Yeah,
United Nations
yeah,
meeting.
it was like a UN meeting, right?
hmm
And they're showing every country, and they show what Liberia,
Liberia.
and
Yep.
the seat was empty. And as you guys know, or if you guys don't know, Victor Von Doom is from Liberia. So
hmm
right there, you can already speculate why is there nobody? Everybody else was there. Why is there
But
nobody
not
in
him.
this
Yep.
chair representing anything? So that was already weird. So it looks like they're going a different storyline, a different plot line than the original origins that they did before.
hmm
So he's not part of this. What is Intel? Who knows? But I mean, it is a different world. We know this. This is 828, Universe 128, compared
Eight to
to
eight. Yeah.
yeah, 828 compared to 616, which is the one we're more familiar with. The I guess you call that the main. You
The
call that
canon. The
the
canon. The
canon.
main story one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you'd call that the canon. So the story could be different, completely different. You know what I mean? We don't know what the story is. We're definitely gonna find it out. But that was one time that they mentioned that you get a hint of Doom. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The second one being the mid credit scene, that's the one that had people like, okay, this is happening. Like
It's
this is
coming.
this is
It's
the
coming. It's
beginning
coming.
now. All
It's
right.
happening. It's happening. Oh my god.
So exactly. So like now you guys watch the movie through, you guys know that Franklin is not normal. He's not a normal being. In a sense, I guess you can call him the first mutant. Is he the
Mm,
first?
Franklin,
Is Franklin a mutant in this technically? Like, because he's
probably.
born.
I think he might be the first named mutant in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because technically, Wanda is a mutant, but they just never said mutant. They just said
Yeah,
enhanced person.
yeah, because he was created off a mutation that happened from their two parents being in space, and he had nothing to do with space. But since his parents already, have powers because of whatever happened, he's now mutated. So he's a mutant. I would consider him a mutant, right?
I think they mentioned him being a mutant too. Like they say it. I believe in the movie the word mutant.
Yeah. So we know that he's some type of celestial being. If you guys, like I said, if you guys watched the movie, you guys know this. If you guys didn't, then you guys are kind of lost right now. So you guys can always come back after you guys watch the movie and try to understand a little better. You can watch it all the way through, then come back and then you guys understand a little better. Um, you had Galactus that pretty
hmm
much wanted. Now, it was never really explained, or I didn't understand it, when they were pretty much saying that he want to eat Franklin to absorb his power so he wouldn't be hungry anymore, or did he want to make him an heir to his power?
He wanted Franklin to replace him because the whole Galactus thing is a curse. That he's like this eternal hunger and never stops. So he wanted to put that onto Franklin so he can go away.
Okay.
That was that was Galactus's end game. He wanted to replace
Mhm.
himself with Franklin
Yeah, he
and
wanted
make
to be free.
Franklin be the.
Yeah,
He wanted to be free because it's like a curse.
yeah. Okay, so that's why Franklin, he was pretty much the main part of this movie. He was the meat and potato of the movie. This is what was happening. This is why, in reality, I wouldn't say this is why that they came to this universe to destroy
Mhm.
it, because it really wasn't. He was just hungry, and then the Silver Surfer
Yeah, they
decided
didn't know about Franklin.
yeah, decided to doom this planet. But then they technically figured out about Franklin when the Fantastic Four went out to look where that signal was coming from, and then they got a scan, and then that's when he's like, "Hold on, I'm interested."
So basically, the Fantastic Four caused it themselves.
Kind of.
Basically,
Yeah. The
yeah,
fact that she was going out there pregnant was
it's wild. It's wild
was
work.
wild.
That's strong mama work, though. Strong mama work.
Bro, that was some mama bear moment what she was doing. All right, so let's retract,
Let's
right? Let's retract. Mutant has celestial powers because he could do shit, as we saw at the end where
yeah.
Sue, she dies, and him as a baby, he you had a Reed trying to bring her back, wasn't happening, and then that motherly son love happened, and I guess that was the first part of his powers. That's when he
Yeah.
first showcased that he did have powers. So we know that he has the ability to bring someone back. We know he has some type of celestial beings because Galactus was interested.
Mhm.
Okay, so now at the end, at the mid scene, it's 4 years later. Okay, 4 years later, and he's all grown because during the movie he was a baby. He had to be months old, and then we see us 4 years later. He's grown, and
He's smart as hell because
he's
the
smart
books
because
that
yeah,
the books that he was reading is crazy.
yeah, he's reading some ridiculous books. Definitely reads baby, and she goes to go get a book. We're talking about Sue, and as that's going on, she kind of like senses something's happening, and then you turn and you see Doom with Franklin. You
Just
see
like
him.
this. Yep.
You see him take off his mask, and he's going towards his face. Now, why was he going at his face? Is one of the main questions. Okay, what do you think?
Well, as we know, Doctor Doom is disfigured. His
Mhm.
face is from the accident or whatever they're going to be with his origin. He's disfigured, right? So it could easily be. My theory is that if this is not RDJ, right, it could be somebody else. For example, another actor. He gets his face completely healed, and then he uses that to disguise himself when he gets to the 616 universe and becomes Tony Stark. Now it could just be Robert Downey Jr. and he gets himself healed, and then he uses that because you never know throughout the span of this movie he could have been planning his arrival through the multiverse because Doctor Doom becomes a multiversal god in the sense that he controls everything once he rules over and creates battle world, and everybody forgets who they are, and they all basically forget if they're villains, they forget if they're good guys, and they all fight each other in this one little battle world of the universe. So basically he could be using Franklin as a way to get himself prepared to what is coming next into his next phase into the story. All right. And Dr. Doom here could easily be like in this scene, we see that Sue is going after Franklin, but we still don't know how and the why the Fantastic Four are seen in Thunderbolts, right? So this could be the scene where Sue comes and chases after Doctor Doom because they have some kind of fight here. Uh, and then he gets away with Franklin, and then they're chasing after him, and then they end up in this alternate universe that we see known as the 616 universe.
Mhm. See, so one big takeaway, right, that I'm getting just from this picture alone, because this is really the meat and potatoes of the thing.
The meat and
This
potatoes.
right here is the scene. Now, why did he take off the mask? And why is Franklin so interested? Is it like this is a face he's already seen before?
Could be.
Is this a face that he hasn't seen but is severely like disfigured? That's why he's has this face of like, let me try to heal you. Because at this point, he must already know a little bit of his abilities and know
Yeah.
what he can do. Um, if he's disfigured, it could be that he's healing him. Okay.
Hmm.
If it's not that he's disfigured, is this a familiar face that he's going up to and like kind of like greeting and saying like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
gesture of your hand out on someone's face, even as a kid, you don't just do that with someone that's unfamiliar or
That it
somebody
could.
that's not interesting that's going on within that face. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand completely. It could also be just a sign of empathy too, because he has these healing powers.
That's what I mean. If his face is disfigured. But if
Yeah.
it's not that his face is disfigured, why would he be doing that to a random? You understand what
That
I mean? So
it does. It
it's
does look. It does kind of look like he's grab. If you look at the his arm, it does kind of look like Doom is grabbing his arm and putting it on his face too, like very slightly.
yeah, like
Like
guiding it.
yeah. So you never know, because if Franklin is this celestial being that has all these powers, right? He could have been being haunted and reached out to in his mind by Doctor Doom. Doctor
Mhm.
Doom could have been calling to him
Yeah.
and making him more welcome and could have been speaking to him from afar.
Yeah, like
And that's why
communication
this
from afar.
interact yeah, that's why
Yeah.
this is more of a friendly interaction and familiar in that way.
Yeah. Now, what a theory we had is is this is a we have theories, okay?
We have bunch.
So
We have a bunch.
we know that we people definitely want Cillian Murphy casted as Doctor Doom. And I was
Yeah.
like, wouldn't it be insane if in this scene, right? This is Cillian Murphy, but he knows that he's gonna go to the canon main universe 616, right?
Yeah.
And he's now changing his face to look like their most, I
The
would call
biggest
him,
celebrity.
it's their biggest, like, not celebrity, but he he was a big figure in 616. Like,
He's
no
the
matter
hero.
how you put it, no
He's
matter how you
basically
put it, he
the
was the,
hero, yeah.
yeah, he was the leader of the Avengers. He was the biggest face in that universe itself. People always knew who Iron Man was. They knew it was RDJ at that point. Well, you know, they knew who Tony Stark was, how his face looked.
Yeah.
I was like, what if it's that he's getting a face change right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It, it could be, and that could relate to Doom imprinting on his mind, like like
And
when he
into
speaks out into
Franklin's.
Franklin's mind, but giving him pictures of Tony as him
Uh-huh.
and not who he actually is. And then
Exactly.
he could be healing him into the image that he sees, and that's why you get Tony Stark.
Yeah. Because who's to say Franklin has crazy powers? So you're telling
Yeah,
me that if he can revive someone,
or bring him back from the
I'm
dead.
pretty sure that he has something that he can, if he's celestial, I'm pretty sure he has something he can do with atoms and molecules and change figures, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um so that's one theory. Second theory is he's disfigured and now he's being healed. Because we know for sure, well not for sure, but we're pretty damn sure that RDJ is going to come with his face. It's not going to be a disfigured face. I don't believe it's going to be disfigured.
there's no way that Doom would go to the 616 universe without having that RDJ face. There's
Mhm,
no way,
mhm.
because that's his way in.
Yeah,
How would he? Why would he go disfigured? People are gonna look at him as a monster, and they're gonna be like,
yeah,
"Who is this guy?"
hmm
And you think the Thunderbolts are gonna be accepting of him?
yeah. No, it's going to
Probably
be.
not.
Well, his biggest thing is to be manipulation.
100%. And
That's how it's going to be.
he's 100% manipulating him, maybe with a redemption story,
Hmm.
painting that in his mind because he's a child. He's naive.
Yeah,
So he'll believe that he's like, I need you to do this for me so we can save whatever. This is
yeah,
paint this big picture. I'm trying to save the universe. I'm trying to save everyone. I need this to happen. And reality is the complete opposite. And he could paint that to the Thunderbolts as well. And then because the Thunderbolts technically don't have direction and they don't have a leader.
yeah.
And then that's how he
Hmm.
could infiltrate his way into the
Hmm.
Avengers themselves,
Hmm.
because he knows that Tony has power and status in that universe.
Yep.
And that's his way in to control everyone.
Yeah, yeah. That was one theory, and then well, two theories. It's either his face is severely burnt, getting fixed right now, or it's a face change. But he definitely has connection to Franklin, as you can see right there. There's a connection. The hand going up, that gesture is a sign of like trust or intrigue. One of the two.
Cause yeah, he's not even scared. Look at his face.
No, he's
He's
not.
not even scared.
He's not. And it kind of like in the picture, you kind of see it like it's a face, like you said, it's like a face as in like, oh, we finally meet after all this communication we've been having. Like this is the person behind like the communication. He felt the energy that's coming
Yeah.
off of him, or it's intrigue because a burnt face and the empathy. That's what I'm thinking it is.
We don't know what they've been teaching him either
Mhm.
in these last 4 years. How to what about medicine and what about his powers? What about
Mhm.
being a hero? They could be printing all these things, and he's like, he thinks this is the right thing to do.
Yeah, and we know he
And
has
may,
healing. He brought back someone to life. So if he has healing, I'm pretty sure he could heal a face. You know. So
yeah, and 100%. Maybe like maybe that's the goal. And right now, because we know Sue walks in on this, so maybe he doesn't even get to finish the face change.
yeah.
And then that's why he escapes with Franklin here, and then he does it on the way,
And that's where you see the shift. Because now,
and that's where you see the tip.
one
Yeah,
of our, if you guys didn't watch our video before on our speculations, what we thought was going to happen in the movie before we went to go see it, definitely go click on that if you haven't seen the movie and you can see if you relate. If you want to see if you were close to being right or if you agree with our speculations before you go watch that. And then you can hear some of our speculations and
predictions.
yeah, our predictions. And one of them was definitely the spaceship we saw in Thunderbolt. We figured that this whole world would be destroyed, and that didn't happen. So we never even saw a ship leave. So we don't know where the ship leaving is taking place exactly. That's why another one of our speculations is he took Franklin. He took him hostage, either to help him fix a face or do something. There's some there's something there that Doctor Doom wants from Franklin. He knows
Yeah,
what how strong of a being he is. He's a kid. He can manipulate him quick. So you know,
and Franklin is the key to the whole thing.
yeah, Franklin is the key. So maybe that's where the spaceship comes into play. Maybe when they're running, he's taking them over there, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the entrance of Doctor Doom, and then right after this, you see the Fantastic Four will come back in Avengers Doomsday.
I think it said Doctor Doom to be. I think Doctor Doom
Is
will
it Doctor
be.
Doom?
It said Doctor Doom will be in the Avengers. You'll see Doom. Doom will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Okay, I thought it
I
was the
believe
Fantastic.
it was either Fantastic Four or Doom. It was one of them.
Yeah, I thought it was
But it
Fantastic Four, but it's definitely one of them. Um, but yeah, man, that's our speculations on this mid credit scene. Then if we're looking at the end credit scene, it was very lackluster. I was expecting a little bit more, just a little bit more. Who cares? Like a face, a mirror face would have been awesome, some shit. But we didn't
like a
get that.
like the Avengers one Thanos turn like that. Like
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, but we didn't get that. Sadly, at the end, what we do get is Fantastic Four cartoon type of style, and that's pretty much it. It's there's nothing else. There wasn't no looking into it. It wasn't anything part of the story. They just wanted to show like
It was like something
uh
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just fun and light. They showed the actual characters like Pedro Pascal, all them as the cartoon versions of them. So
It's basically the cartoon that they mentioned throughout the movie a few times.
mhm.
I remember he's like, "Oh, it's clobbering times. That's only in the cartoon." This is basically what everybody was seeing in the universe, and further showing that the Fantastic Four is viewed as heroes in this universe that they're established.
But yeah, that's our breakdown. That's our thoughts on what is going to be happening with this scene right here, how it will carry on to the next movies, our speculations on who is behind that mask, what's behind that mask, why does he have his hand out like this, what is he doing? So that's we want to know what you guys think. If you guys saw the
Mhm.
movie, what are your first thoughts when you see this scene, when you see Franklin's hand going towards Doom's face? You understand? Like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the movie? Let us know what you guys thought about the movie. Personally, if I'm going to give it an honest review, I guess I'll give it now. I would give it a 7. The only reason I'm giving it a 7, I understand that this movie was a build-up movie. but I feel like it was a lot of talking. You know what I mean? It was definitely like a lot of talking. There wasn't really too much besides a plan that they wanted to do. So there wasn't
Yeah,
really explaining on like other things. Like we know that they could do interdimensional travel because they had the bridge that they were trying to use. Shit like that, but there wasn't really too much on like setting up the phase. This was probably the main part of the setting up the phase was this, the Doctor Doom
yeah.
um mid credit scene. But yeah, 7 would be what I rate it. And what would you rate it?
I'd still probably give it an 8 because the CGI was pretty good. The pacing of the story I thought was well. It was a lot of talking, but they still needed to show, even though they're not doing an origin story, they still needed to show the chemistry between each one of the four, right?
Mhm.
So they still needed to show the emotional character development, how the universe themselves depicts the Fantastic Four, their placement, and how are they dealing with each thing. And I liked how they used Johnny. I liked how they used Mr. Fantastic. Sue pretty much technically was, I would say, Sue and Reed in a way were kind of like the stars, the central focus of the overall film. Um, besides Galactus, but the pacing was well. It could have been cut short, but and then I think part of the reason why I didn't give it higher than it was because besides the action scenes being as well as they were, they didn't really show a lot of Mr. Fantastic. They didn't really
Yeah,
show a lot of the Thing doing a lot of
yeah.
anything.
It was
It was
definitely in
primarily Sue and Johnny
yeah,
primarily.
definitely. Like, they definitely showcased a lot of their powers there.
They were pretty much the MVPs of
Yeah.
the last sequence.
Mm,
Besides, if you discount Reed, like you take him out of him planning the whole thing, and Johnny still had a hand in the planning of how they were going to go about it,
yeah.
because you see his interaction with how he was smart enough to figure out the message and
Yeah.
manipulate the Silver Surfer in order to help them.
Hmm.
But overall, I think it's a great movie for what it was.
Yeah.
Either way, like this movie is not a bad movie by any means.
No, it's not a bad
It's
movie.
it's a fun movie. It's very comic book centric. I love the Mo Man. The Mo Man was dope.
Yeah.
Uh, but it could have been a little bit better. Just
Yeah.
it's little small things that could have made this better. And the movie right now, as I've been seeing, is breaking box office records. So it's not a
Nice.
flop.
Nice.
It's not a flop.
That's good. Good to hear. But yeah, let us know down below what you guys thought of the movie. Let us know your speculations on this mid-credit scene. We really want to know it. You guys think something, and you let us know why you think that. Honestly, we would love to know. Like, we
Absolutely.
love hearing all these speculations on what may happen. It's always fun to linger before the movie comes out to see if we were right or wrong. Um, and guys, we always appreciate you guys tuning in, watching, liking, commenting. That always takes us a long way. It helps us, and it warms our heart that you love us.
Yes, it does.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, like always, guys, stay on one,
Stay on
stay
one
blessed.
and stay blessed, guys.
Take care.